Namaste and welcome to November.
And December.
And December. No Siember.
No Siember. You know, we've been playing with how to make this fun word, because this is a very powerful moment and a rare moment in our collective history. The energy of November 2014, the energy on the planet, the energy that's upswelling, the energy that's coming forward is really 1 month. It's one big month. It's November, December, it's November, whatever word you want to give it.
It's as if the energy did not get the memo that we break things into 30-day periods.
It's so true.
This energy is so robust and so encompassing that what we feel is that for the next 2 months you're going to be in a fairly similar experience, an experience of reclaiming yourself.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? And so many of you remember that in the earlier months this year, we have been going through the release process. We've been going through the alignment process. We got a little kick in the behind by
Some of you got a big kick from what I've been reading.
And seriously, each and every one of us has had a lot of movement in the past several months. Yeah. And we're kind of at this place now where the energies of the universe are saying, okay, you're here. What are you going to do?
And that's, you know, that's really it. The key is that if you remember in October, we had lots of astrological events that happened in October that were very supportive about really opening up this window. This November-December window, you want to think of it as a beautiful bubble. And you have the opportunity to create within this bubble and thereby watch the bubble float into 2015. Or you have the energy to kind of be outside the bubble staring at it, which in 2015 means it will probably come crashing down on you and it's going to feel very heavy. So the question is, do you want to create inside this beautiful 2-month bubble, or do you want to kind of stand on the periphery? Now, how is that going to manifest in your life? Well, remember in October, we had the sun and the moon working together. We had these beautiful eclipse energies, and we had a Mercury retrograde. It was this kahuna of momentum, and it was about the inward journey, your internal inward journey, with that delicate tightrope of expressing yourself. So that's kind of a tightrope of, I'm on an inward journey, yet I'm being invited to express. Now for this November-December energy, and we will release a December video just to let us know where we're going on this, but for November, we are at a very exciting moment in humanity's history. We are at an opportunity collectively for a do-over. It's the only way I can describe it. And this came in through the energy of October, and this is that bubble that we're talking about. Because when this energy has manifest, which it has manifest on the planet now, we're being invited. You know, we are loved so much that we are being invited. But it's up to you to accept this invitation. And the way you accept it is, are you choosing hesitancy or passionate action? Because those are the differences between being co-creating in the bubble or standing outside watching the bubble kind of suffocate you.
You know, we all are on a spiritual journey. Now the question is, are you conscious of it and are you co-creating?
Right.
But you're on your journey nonetheless. And it's as if over the past months, a master has said to you, go to the cave, go reflect, decide what you really want, decide what your true values are, what is your true nature.
But still work in the world.
And now, here we are, November, it's time for you to receive the blessing of that work. Now maybe you didn't do the work, maybe you did not explore or bring your consciousness to the inner journey, then chances are you're going to be creating from your old energies, from your old paradigm.
And it's going to be more powerful than ever. See, that's what you need to realize, guys. The energy right now is momentous.
It's momentous. And this is why you're seeing a continued decline in so many of the old structures on the globe. And the politicals and the economic structures. They're going to continue to erode and suffer because they're operating from a paradigm that no longer matches the energy. From your personal standpoint, it's time to be very clear because the universe will support you no matter what your level of unconscious or consciousness is, no matter what your level of authenticity or misalignment might be. You're going to get more of it. So what do you want more of?
And how are you co-creating it? Because, you know, if you go back, if you've not watched all of our revelations for 2014, you know, they're not long. Each video is like maybe 10, 12 minutes each. Go back especially to last summer. Especially you want to look at June, July, August. Because remember, my angels, last summer we opened up a portal for the next 7 years. We're talking about going all the way through to 2022. And the current energy that we opened up with the blood moons of the summer of 2014 will not culminate until March 2015, at which point that 7-year window becomes an escalator. You're on it, whether you like it or not. So this is that moment. We have 5 months, November, December, January, February, and there you are in March. Now look at the serendipity of that 5 months. It's the 5-pointed star. It's the energy of creation. It's the Chakra Vaastu of our life is the 5-pointed star. And Shri and I are going to be talking a lot more about the Chakra Vaastu. We're going to be talking a lot more about the RRST coming up in the next few months, because this is the moment when we must remember ourselves in our unity and let go of the hesitancy. We cannot stress that enough. Hesitancy right now will multiply 1,000-fold planet-wide, universally, if you encompass the energy of hesitancy, which is also reflected as self-doubt, yes, not trusting yourself, letting others have more passion about your life than you do. If you encompass that energy, then, beloved angel, have mercy on yourself and let the next 2 months kind of be a floating experience of witnessing chaos rather than letting yourself be drowning into it. However, we're inviting you to consider passionate action. Passionate action, or impassioned action, is creating inside that beautiful spiritual bubble, inside that energy that is fluid, that is available, and that is hugely momentous. For those of you that are choosing passionate action, the next 2 months are crazy amazing. And by March, not only are you on the escalator to 2022, there's a sense of clarity and abundance in your life that you've not had before. The Chakra Vaastu points of the planet are opening, and we're really the first people to start talking about this, because this is ancient, ancient, ancient wisdom that is now, for the first time since we've been in this Kali Yuga, the window, just that little window, is opening up, and it's our time to harness it.
You know, since these videos are public and people come and go, for those of you that are suddenly having that moment,
the aha
moment where you go, oh, wait a minute, did I miss my window?
Right, you didn't.
No, you haven't missed your window. What we have been describing these last months is the flow of things.
Exactly.
And when you choose to align with the flow, that's your breakthrough moment. So, yes, and so if there's a moment where you say, wait a minute, am I too late? No, you're never too late.
Please,
the universe is infinitely compassionate. What the universe responds to is your clarity.
Yes.
And as you align with your ascended heart, with your sacred intent, and you choose to move forward, look out. You'll move really quick, and you will line up with the forces that are supporting us.
Indeed.
So trust yourself.
And really trust yourselves, my love. You know, there's so much going on, and if you're not already on our free newsletter list, get on it, because every week we send out messages about the prevailing energy of the week. It's free, and it really is a powerful time to pay attention to that. Just go to shriandkira.com and click on newsletter and get on the list. The other thing we encourage you to do is go look at our 2015 schedule. If you go to our homepage, shriandkira.com, the whole thing's been released. This is a momentous time, and you are at a momentous time. The world is going to be outside the bubble largely. And there are enough of us co-creating inside this, and remember, we're just using this word bubble as a diagram, but there are enough of us creating inside this bubble right now that we can kind of float with. You know, imagine that. Go get yourself some bubbles today and blow them. You know, go have fun. Go send your bubbles everywhere. You know, we were walking down the street the other day in La Antigua, Guatemala, and somebody was blowing bubbles, and I was running around going, this is so fun, you know. And so give yourself that fun. Uplift your life, because these next 2 months you want to float like the bubble, and you want to create from within the magic of your divinity. The universe is supporting you. Everything is open, and if you choose hesitancy, then smile that you're witnessing the final pieces of your energy that are needing to be kind of put back together before we hit that escalator in March. Either way, it's a powerful 2 months, and either way, you're right on time.
Now, one thing I want you to consider as your mind is considering things. You know, we have often said that everything is energy, everything is flow, and yet as human beings, the way our brains work is we like to have labels. We like to think of things in more concrete pictures. And while that's useful for finding words, having conversations, it's not really useful to define your reality.
True.
And so as you're beginning to notice flow and energy ever more acutely, be aware of your Shakti.
Yes.
Your Shakti is your vital energy. Consider for a moment, as an eternal being, that you have lived in a world where there was no money. You have lived in worlds where simply there was an exchange of love, an exchange of skills and abilities. This is truly the exchange of Shakti. That which I create is offered to you, and that which you create is offered back in a sense of balance and harmony. We're going to be talking more about this in the coming month. However, I want to introduce you to the notion that you are not fixed. Your bank account is not a fixed thing. Nothing in this world is finite. There are momentary pauses called thought forms within the vast flow of your eternal Shakti.
And in November, or November as we're calling it, November and December, we are at the beginning. Remember I mentioned earlier that opening? We are at the beginning of the rise of the Shakti, and this is what's happening. And so we invite you, go again to our website, traincare.com. Right there on the homepage, you'll even see a little button that says, what is Shakti Exchange? Start learning more about it, because the more that you can understand and harness the blessing of Shakti, an eternal gift that is flowing to you 24/7, every moment you breathe, with every moment of your life, if you can harness and understand the Shakti, then the divine Shiva will meet you, and your world will expand in ways you have yet to understand or comprehend, because the human mind is not able to do so. We can only do this through our divinity, and that's the gift of this creation bubble for the next 2 months. Exciting times. Take advantage of them, angels.
So know that we love you and we celebrate November with you. Namaste.